Alright, we are recording another CarCast. We'll see how this one goes. I'm testing it a little bit. I'm playing with the microphone placement. So, playing with some new tech, man. I mean, same tech, new stuff. Anyway. Alright, where's my drive button? That's neutral. Drive. Alright, let's go. Alright, welcome everybody to this week's episode of Chasing the Whimsy. I'm your host, Ben. I'm trying to, some of the volume thing on the microphone, I don't know. It's still spiking so hard, and I don't know why. So, I have a wind filter on my microphone today, so hopefully it cuts out some of the extra noise. But I'm looking at the recording sum, and it does look like it's fucking, it's picking up so much, and I don't know why. I don't like it. Okay, so we will get into today's episode in just a moment. I gotta make sure I get out of here, alright? Alright. So I think it was last week, huh? I can't keep track of my weeks anymore, man. So we did CarCast drive for going to work. So today's CarCast is going to be slightly longer. It is the second half of my weekly routine. This is the longer of the drives that I do twice in a day. So, we'll see. We'll buckle up. What's weird about this particular drive, if we're getting into what Ben thinks about when he's leaving, this drive is an interesting one. Work is always the same. Work's always the same thought of I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of working two jobs. But this drive is weirdly unique in that this drive's okay. I don't like it as much. Okay, hold on. The drive itself isn't bad, but it's a drive that I would prefer to do let's call it 10 hours from now instead of now. But it happens. It's all right. I would be curious on what that. So this would be the drive I don't like versus the 10 hours from now that I would have liked. So anyway, not a bad drive, to be fair. I am on a freeway right now. Stay on this thing for 20 minutes and then 25 minutes on the second one. This one I recently found, I'd say in the last year and a half, because we used to take the one in the middle, but road construction, and I always got a chipped windshield when I was on that other freeway. But I like this one. This one works really well from, especially from Williams. It's just nice and easy. I don't have to get on and off anywhere. I just get on a freeway and I can just take this thing all whole way. So, this will be the one that I would have Liam do whenever he thinks he's ready to drive on the freeway. Kind of a garbage CarCast because there's not a lot of memories on this road. Not really much. I think I have. I don't know. This is typically okay. So this is the chunk of trip that we would typically kind of be awake if he was going to be awake. I'd pick him up at home. We would get to here, and he'd be a little more awake. So here's where we would, have some conversations. And why are these brights so there's a huge difference in traffic now versus 3 or 4 hours from now. Anyway, But yeah, this is Liam and I. This is a good strip of road where Liam and I talk. What if scenarios, what we want to do for the day. Because typically before, if he's sleeping, maybe what was his week like. He tends to ask, more questions on this particular strip of road more than any other. Because it takes him a little bit to wake up and interact. Typically, right by now, he would have some food. Now, he'll never listen to this. Now, this absolutely, weirdly bothers me. Okay? So, I used to... my mom used to pick me up when I was in high school, when I was on that street, when I was living at that friend's house, right? So, mom would pick me up and would pick up girlfriend and take girlfriend to school and then me to school. I think that's how it went. I could have sworn, yes. No. We took her... Where did we drop her off at school? I think I'm completely losing it now. No. Mom didn't take her to school. Just me. But why do I remember Why do I remember... I think I'm getting my drives mixed up. Okay, so let's say Mom would pick me up my senior year, would pick me up and take me to school. But we would stop and get food, and not just high school, but like all the time, just growing up, we would stop for food, and me sitting in the passenger seat, having worked at Carl's Jr., I would take out our breakfast sandwiches or whatever sandwiches that we were eating at the time. So, because it was not an exclusive to breakfast or morning. Just anytime. Anyway, oh my God, how weird is this? Okay, so Mom gets food, burger, whatever the fuck it is. While Mom is driving, I would prep her food. So, cup holders, everything, but I would get the bag before I ate. I would take out her burger or her sandwich and I would white wrap it, which is at Carl's Jr., anytime there was a burger with lettuce on it, you basically double wrapped it. You do a white wrap, which is halfway through the burger. It's kind of like a handle, you'd fold it into a pouch. So I'd take all of Mom's food and I'd rewrap it into a little pouch. So she had a handle pouch, and I'd hand it to her. She would eat while she was driving, and then I would eat my food. But Liam, for the love of God, cannot and will not, he cannot grasp the idea that when we go to McDonald's, we get some food, we get on the road, and he just starts eating. And I'm like, hey man, can I have one? And he hands it to me, and I'm like, thanks dude, because everybody loves to unwrap a fucking Egg McMuffin while driving, right? I like to unwrap it so my egg can slide out, my fucking sausage or ham falls the fuck out. But yeah, he still can't grasp the, take care of the driver first, and then you can eat. And then he doesn't even ask me if I want my food. So I wait until I get home, fucking 45 minutes later, and I get to eat my fucking lukewarm Egg McMuffin. But, yeah, I would say that is probably the most frustrating thing with him as we drive, I think. That, and for whatever reason, the kid cannot remove a cup from the cup holder, at all. But anyway. But yeah, Liam and I had some decent conversations on this one, especially in the mornings and stuff. Now, what does suck is this is the way I would go if I was taking Liam to school in the morning, and this is the way I would go home. What's weird about this road, this one will eventually transition into the other one, but there's the what is that called? Interchange. If you're not, there's like a 15-minute window that you can play with. That if I can get there before like 8, it's good. But you get there like 8:01, traffic everywhere. Like shit's backed up. Like it's just a mess. But that's why we always left a little bit early, and I always tried to drop Liam off early. He was real big on like, oh, I don't have to be in there until 8. And I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. There's no way I'm waiting until 8 o'clock to drop you off, dude. I'm like, I'll never get out of town. There were days when I would take Liam in the morning. We would leave at like 5:30. We would leave at 5:30. But days that we were running a little bit late, and I left the house at 6, no joke, like almost 10:30 before I got home, because I hit all of the traffic going into his town, coming out of his town, and then trying to get in and off these freeways, man. But this one's not bad at all. It's way better than the 60. I 100%, dude. The 60 is garbage. This thing, for the most part, really nice, simple, easy. I don't know anything out here, so I have like very few memories of anything out here. This is similar to the other town we're about to drive through here in a little bit. Is I don't know anything about it. I couldn't tell you one single thing a mile off of this freeway in any direction. And I don't know how I feel about that. I guess, like, you know what? I like I like my stopping grounds. I like knowing where, like, my area is, which is funny because so does Liam. But like Kelly, dude, she's an explorer, man. She has a significantly, like, better confidence driving than I do, and or driving in the unknown. I can fake my way through it for the most part, but plus I think she's lived out on this side of town significantly longer than I have also, so but yeah. I'm trying to think. This one's not too bad in the morning, like no sun in the eyes, because I would be going opposites of. Okay, so yeah, good. Because currently right now I'm going west. So the sun in theory is behind me in the morning. So that's always good. Sometimes in the afternoon, when I get on the other one. Dude, I cannot drive with the sun in my eyes. These roads, these freeways over here, like, completely suck in the rain and or when the sun's in your eye. Like, you can't see lines to save your life. But yeah, I'm excited for Liam to drive this. This one's nice and simple. I got 4 cars in front of me and 2 behind me, and it's been like that for a little bit. So like Liam's able to shift around a little bit. Like, you get on some of the busier ones, like the ones that lead into like downtown. Like, those ones freak me out. Like the idea of like bumper to bumper blows. I fucking hate that. That's why I like this freeway. Very rarely do you ever go. Does anything get backed up or go bumper to bumper? Sometimes at the interchange, but it flows. It's slow, but doesn't like dead stop like sometimes it does going into downtown. So All right, I got a couple minutes before we get into the change today. For the most part, very nice day. Went and visited Nikki. She helped me put together some things. We liked it. Everything worked out well. So we went and visited her, Sophie and I. After that, we went to Michael's because I needed to... Dude, I spent, like, no joke, a half hour in my garage looking for something for Sophie. And then so much to the point where I'm like, I don't know where I put it. I went online. I never ordered it. We ended up making a fairy garden. So with the fairy garden, I needed some moss, right? Yeah, I was in the garage for half an hour looking for that shit. I never ordered it. I was never going to find it. Which is so weird because I swear to God I saw it. But I guess I didn't. I'm just assuming I did because I found the pot and all of the figurines. So I'm like, oh, obviously there must be a moss in it. But there was not. So we picked up moss. Kind of quick and easy, in and out. We had to buy some potting soil. So I guess go back to the house, and then yeah, I put the moss in the thing, and then Sophie built up a little fairy garden. It was really cool. More pieces than we needed, which just means I need to buy more pots so she could build more fairy gardens. So now I'm trying to figure out where we put them, and or is there any way, like, can we get cute and like connect them in some way, like get different size pots and then make a ladder so it looks like one pot has stairs down to the smaller pot, kind of build like a neighborhood of fairy gardens, which would be super cool. Alright, so we're getting ready to jump onto the new freeway. This spot is super cool. I love this spot more than anything because Sophie, there's a small reservoir, I'm assuming it's a reservoir, that seems to always have water in it, especially after it rains. But Sophie would always look out the window and see it. And she would be like, she's like, there's a sea monster in there. I'm like, yeah? She's like, yeah. I'm like, did you see it? And but she's super fucking cool, man. That's gonna go into a comic soon. So we're gonna figure out how to put that into a comic. But but in theory, if anybody in the area does some research, they might close off this section of the freeway for, God, probably like 6 months, because I think there's gonna be some new build out here, in which I think they build on top of or right next to the reservoir, which means they're gonna have to pave over it at some point. So we will see what that does to my life. Like, I'm not looking forward to any of that. Oh, there's a cop right there. And I'm doing good. This drive is the only time I drive by the second property of shipping and receiving. So shipping and receiving is where I work. We have another location a little bit further down the road. This place isn't bad. It's been there for years. I want to say this is the first one of its kind. If I had to guess, 97, 98 it opened. It almost seems right. Before they opened mine, and then we remodeled mine in 2010. But when I was starting at shipping and receiving, we had a Christmas party. And here's, I'm not glorifying any of this, but it is weird when you're a 20-something hanging out with other 20-somethings. We were at that Christmas party. It would have been year one, so 2000 would have been Christmas 2010. We go, we see a show. There's a 2-drink minimum, and some people were like, "No, just water for me." And I'm like, "Nah, man." I'm like, "I'll take all the drinks." I was taking everybody's drinks. In hindsight, what is interesting, and I yelled at a couple of people, not like hard yell, but I yelled at a couple of people. When I left, I was probably not in a very good position to be driving. So like 20-somethings are just stupid because they think they're invincible. But at the same time, I'm like, there were adults at this Christmas party. And what blows my mind is, even though we were still like semi-new there, how did anybody let me drive? Like, there was no... so that's one thing I want Liam to eventually really lean in on, is if someone, like, one, don't get in the car with somebody if you're not comfortable with them. And then two, man, fucking, like, man the fuck up and then take someone's keys. Like, now it's a little bit easier because you got, like, Uber and Lyft and things. But, yeah, a couple of people, I was like, I'm like, hey, remember like 15 years ago, guys? Like, how dare you guys let me drive home? And obviously nobody remembers it as much as I do, because like all I do is think about, like every time I see that place, it's one of the first memories I think of. A couple other ones. Kelly and I used to go over there for meetings, and we did the what was us? A health fair. It's not a health fair. What is that thing called? I guess it's a health fair. You go, there's some people, you can get your flu shot, they do, I don't know, anyway. So Kelly and I, a couple things there, but we are now at the halfway between the two properties, and then headquarters is over here on my left. Oh shit, okay, so here's the interesting about this place. Okay, there's a Walmart right here. Dude, early on, okay, like year 2, 3, so like 2011, 2012, dude, fuck me, man. Because Liam was out where he was at, he was like fucking way south. I would get off work, and because they're like, oh, you can't get Liam until like 10 or noon. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? Dude, I slept in that Walmart parking lot for days, dude. Like, the one thing about the nostalgia tour that I'm kind of not looking forward to is, like, how, dude, it is crazy the amount of sleep. Because it was one of those things where it doesn't make sense to drive in the opposite direction for half an hour. To take a 2-hour nap to drive all the way back to where I was, and then another 45 minutes. So I was just like, I guess. So there's like 2 or 3 different places right here that I would sleep in the car. One place over here, there's a little pavilion area that has security. So if you fall asleep at night there, they'll knock on your door telling you to leave. But yeah, there was a couple of times. There was a moment. I had a friend that lived a little bit closer to Katie, like in the same direction. So like, I would be able to crash on their couch for like 3 hours before I went and got Liam. So like it wasn't always just Ben has to sleep in his car, but legit, there were moments because. Yeah, I couldn't, because I wasn't familiar with her side of town. So because I'm not familiar with that side of town, I don't know where the safe sleep in my car places are. So I just passed the shipping and receiving. It's weird to. I would like. So this drive isn't as bad. In theory, like, had Ben not messed up, this would be the drive that I would make to go to work. and I would have just pulled off, and then I'd go to work from that direction, from the versus the one that you heard last week. But you know, that's a whole other conversation. But now I got 25 more minutes, which isn't horrible, I suppose. Traffic looking pretty good at the moment. I should just do like the next 5 minutes of just doing a traffic report. What else was out here? Further back, there was if you guys listen to one of the Old Man episodes about my addiction, I think I touched base on a poker professional that I had backed for the better part of almost a year. He eventually ended up getting like an Airbnb out here, so I would go out and have to visit him for a little bit, check in, figure out where all my money was, and then like. But I don't handle too much. I can get off on this over here at 41. I think that's the same one. That's the road I would take all the way down when they start closing freeways. So it's all like surface streets, but it's a straight shot from here all the way down to 51. So it's not the worst. I have a doctor off of 51, or no, off of that street. My shrink, in which somebody needs to remind me. I do need to call him because I do need to get my prescription refilled. It's been like 2 weeks, and dude, I don't know why I do this. Like, why ask you to remind me? Why write it down my hand instead of just calling? Like, I get he's not going to answer the phone right now, but I can just leave a message, because like he never answers the phone. You just leave a message and then he calls you right back. I can just leave a message and just be like, hey man, call me back in the morning after fucking 9. But whatever. Okay, so this drive right now, in a month, is going to look like complete garbage. Like, we should see how this records, and then I'll record another one in about a month. So we got a big golf tournament coming up, probably next weekend, maybe 2 weeks. Dude, it's like the worst. Listen to Mind Pockets, man. I hate, like, I'm hating more and more people. These are the worst group of people, man, this golf tournament. So, like, that sucks. And then right after that, next month, or the month after that, you get all the baseball people. They're not so bad, as far as, like, I will lump in all the golfers as just miserable, horrible people. But all the baseball people, they're fine. But the problem is there's so many of them. You'll see so many out-of-state plates. Traffic is everywhere because there's like baseball fields all over this freeway. So people are jumping on and off, and like it's a fucking mess. I do not enjoy any of that. As of right now, I did not see any signs for any upcoming road construction. So what's nice about, I think if we go back last year, same time, they had this freeway like half closed when these fucking 4 million baseball fans came into town. So I think we're better this year as far as like road conditions. But man, it's just so many people. It's miserable out here sometimes. I think Liam can handle this freeway too. It's not bad. This is the one that, so every once in a while, I have a meeting at shipping and receiving. Oh man. Anyway, where it'd be in the afternoon, so I have to take this back home. Dude, do you get that, like, that evening? Fucking, dude, you cannot. You're legit driving straight west into the sun. You cannot see anything. I got my sunglasses, I got my things down, like, I can't do, oh my god, this is the worst freeway to drive on, between 3 and 5. Absolutely a mess. But I do like, I've learned the roads, right? Every time I drive this thing, for the most part, it's going to be pretty good. Very little traffic on any given scenario. So I keep talking about fucking road conditions and fucking, dude, I hate driving bumper to bumper. Nikki could drive freeways, Mom does not. But like when there's so many cars, I feel like I understand why my mom doesn't like it. Like, it's a fucking miserable mess. But it's all right. We are now currently driving west now. This is I remember when Liam was like, you're going east. Or no, you said you're going north, and then we turned, he's like, we're going north again. And I'm like, no, dude, we're going east and then south. I'm wondering where Liam is at. Like, I know he was sick today. He was sick last week, and I guess he spread it to the entire family over there. Katie texted me. She's like, I don't know if he's coming down. He's like, everybody in the house is sick. They're coming down with something crazy. Oh man, like, how fucking freaky is it when there's debris in the road, right? So if it's like fluttering like paper, you're like, okay, I can drive over paper. But when you see that, like, the thing that you don't know what it is, and then there's cars on each side of you, like, it's the scariest thing in the world, because like all you can do is fucking drive over it. It was a piece of foam, but still, man, there's like, fucking freaks me out. I am curious to, I like to see Liam drive on the freeway. I think he can handle it. I think he'd be good. He seems to be alright. But, yeah, he's so funny, because last week he was like, hey, Dad, just tell me when you want to record and I'll jump on. Dude, that fucking kid never fucking knocked to me again. I talked it down to being sick, and then this week he didn't even offer it. He's just like flat out. He's like, I don't feel good at all. Okay, so we are now near. Okay, so we're at the mall, the outdoor mall I talked about last week. Okay, so right around this area, up a little bit. Mom had moved there to a house with Nikki my senior year, the summer of my junior year. A little bit earlier than that, but there was a lot of like, you can stay in the house until we fucking sell it, and then we sold it, and then I was like, fuck, and then I was out here for a hot minute. Okay, hold on. How did I get places? Because I don't remember the walk from the house to a bus stop. But I used to bus like crazy. So when I was living out here on this side for like that, like a semester and a half, there was this one like road that would go just, so somehow I've been able to stay out on the same street for like the majority of my life. Like everything, like my entire life could be driven like on this one road. This one, let me see, I guess let's call it UH. But yeah, I used to take that bus all the time. But how did I get... Okay, so I'm living with mom at that guy's house. And then I would go to work at Peter Piper. I don't know how I got down to Peter Piper. There's a community college right there. There's a batting cage close. I honestly don't remember any of this. Like I hope that this microphone works a little bit better, because one day I would like to fucking take somebody with me. I mean, I doubt Kelly would fucking go with me, but like, I don't know, like a Liam, or I would like to take mom for a trip. There's the house near the train tracks. I want to drive that tour real quick. But how did I get? Because I used to bus to the community college. So like, because I went to that community college for Japanese and all my music classes, and they have a bus stop there at the community college, and you take it all. You take UH all the way down to my house, to the bowling alley, to school, and then you could technically keep going and go to the mall out there. So like that UH bus was like the best bus in the world, man. 186 or 187. Nikki, you'll never listen to this, but I think it was 187. Was the bus number. Because when I was living with my friends, I would have to walk the mile from the freeway to UH, and then I would catch the bus there all the way up. I don't remember walking around a neighborhood from that guy's house. I wonder if I could find it. Oh, that's so weird. I should, well, it's too late to, I mean, it's like too late to pull over now, but, yeah, that's so fucking weird. Like, what was I doing with life that I can't remember how because I can remember I was going to school, I was at the bowling alley, I worked at Peter Piper, I know that. There was a chick at the Peter Piper that I met that met me out there at that house. So like that's how I know the timeline is. That's so weird, man. I don't even know. Remember like back in the day, like I had a fucking cricket phone. I think that had a big enough of a, but the Circle K over here off of the freeway, you used to have to walk over there. It paid my bill, dude. And what's so weird is Circle K's have those kiosks that you can pay your cell phone bill. You can also pay your APS, which is super weird because there was who was it? But you would have this plan where you would prepay for all of your stuff. So like you would have to go over there to the Circle K and be like, hey man, put $20 more on the fucking house, like every week, because like there was a half an idea is that like you forget to pay, they just shut your shit off, which is super weird. I don't understand it. Yeah. Anyway, here's something else I've noticed while I started driving. Not since I've driven. Recently, what I started to notice is my fucking knees hurt, dude. I absolutely I'm quickly falling apart. Like let's not beat around the bush here. I am legit falling apart. Dude, my fucking knee aches like it's fucking crazy. So there was like that question of like, hey Liam, are you allowed to drive with your fucking knee? Like I can see why no. I don't like it. All right, so we're now off of the freeway, so I'm gonna try to talk a little bit softer. I don't know what this sounds like. The recorder goes into a sleep mode, so I can't see where the lines are moving. I wonder if there's this. Oh, I need to play in the settings. I think that's man. Some of the problem with all the tech is remembering to update the settings, or each one has a different settings. So we'll see. Regardless, after last week, you guys saw the Nooners. I'm confident that I can make this sound good. I'm going to keep the road noise in there. If there is any, like I said, I got the windshield on the microphone. So I don't know how much of that is going to cut out. It will be interesting to see. They're there for a reason. I think you use a lot of it when you're like at cons and stuff to help cut down some of the background noise. So I don't know. We are currently at the park. This park has a pool, and that pool is the one that me, Nikki Rhiannon, talked about on one of our episodes. Because we would go there all the time, dude. And that doesn't look like it's changed at all. Like, at all. The same slide. But now, you couldn't pay me to go to a water park or a public pool. Like, absolutely not. You know how many kids peed in that thing? I didn't. I was always worried about it. Not so much, like, and I didn't even fall for that. That old, the myth that it would turn the water blue. I didn't believe that, but, I don't know. Oh, God, my knee hurts so bad. Yeah, I'm curious on how long this recorded for. I typically track it at like 45 minutes. I time it for 45, so like when William needs to be home at a certain time, or we gotta be at Kelly's at a certain time, I always track it for 45 minutes. But we're at the post office. I get on and off the same way. What's funny is I go this way because of Kelly. I used to go one more over and drive by Target. I think Kelly is the one that used to get off here. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do you do that? And then she's like, it's better, it's faster. You ever listen to Kelly talk to me? She's like, I should know that she's fucking like always listen to Kelly. That's the rule that I did not realize until like it was way late. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're almost home. Yeah. Not a bad drive. Dude, I had zero idea that I was going to record this. I brought it anyway, just in case, because I didn't ask anybody to record with, and I needed something to go out. Plus, I wanted to test the microphone because I would like to record more, because it's a double mic. So technically, I could lapel pin microphone to Liam and see how that records, and see if it lets me double transmit the two microphones. But CarCasts are nice. I like them. They're weird doing by themselves. One, I'm surprised I came up with enough stuff. I had a couple of decent stories, right? Christmas party. I don't know how I got to the bus stop. Dude, that blows my mind, dude. Fucking absolutely blows my mind. I want to go make that drive now. Because I really want to remember how I got around, man. because it was after the freeway, I think, right? Like, there's you can get on the freeway from UH, and he was just past that. So I couldn't, like, it's not like I was walking to the community college. Fucking weird, dude. Alright. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. I am currently at the house. The garage door is open. I am pulling in. And, hey, this one was in his email, right? So, I'm doing good. I'm fine. I'm doing good. But definitely not my favorite drive. It's not the drive I mind. It's the reason why I'm driving it now versus later, or why. Because, like, that, okay, we'll leave you on that. That drive is just a constant reminder of, like, Ben, you fucked up. Whimsy!